Bienvenidos por el Laughing Skull Lounge. I need to brush up on my Spanish. I took 3 years in high school, and I really only know enough now that I can order at a McDonald's on Buford Highway. So glad you left. Because it feeds the rest of this. Yes, I hate to think of poor Senora King if she knew that the only time I've used Spanish in the last year was to watch Breaking Bad. But Spanish and Breaking Bad are a little bit alike. A knowledge of both, pretty similar, because you may think you don't need one, but eventually you're going to be in a conversation and it's going to need to happen. I mentioned McDonald's on Buford Highway because that actually happened. I was lost, my phone was dead, I saw a McDonald's, I went inside, I asked the nice lady behind the counter, "Excuse me, do you have a telephone?" To which she replied, "¿Qué?" Who knows what K means?
What?
I said, who knows what K means? Sorry. Upside down question mark, Q-U-E question mark. It's Spanish for what? Now, I wasn't annoyed that she didn't understand English. I was annoyed that she didn't understand that English. Because of all the softball phrases you could launch at someone who is a little hazy on the language, "Do you have a telephone?" is kind of up there. I didn't walk in saying, "Pardon me, miss, where can I get my carburetor flushed?" Or, "Excuse me, can you recommend a good karaoke establishment?" If you're on Buford Highway, you probably should be able to answer that anyway, though. You know, English is like pants. A knowledge of English, it's like pants. You can get along without it and go anywhere, but really you should have a little just to be covered. I mean, I'd like to think I could go into any business in America and be able to ask a handful of basic phrases and be understood. Do you have a telephone? Where is the bathroom? Is the cat very large? Where is the library? Jose and Margarita are friends, true? I understand English is a big, complicated monster of a language. There are so many tiny rules you need to know if you want to talk good. Speak well. Case in point. Now, with that though, there's this thing that a lot of native English speakers do that is atrocious. Some of them think if you add O to any word, that automatically makes it Spanish. And I'm sure this poor, fine lady has had her share of ugly Americans walk in and go, "Excuse-o-me-o, may I have a hamburger-o, a large fries-o, and a Dr. Pepper?" Oh. Does anyone know what telephone is in Spanish?
Telefono.
Sí, es teléfono. It actually works in that instance. I'm just saying, context clues, maybe. Like, to her, I walked in and went, telephone. What did she think? This man, he comes into my place of business. His turn of voice and his furrowed brow lead me to believe that he needs something. I do not understand any of his words. If only he had said at some point baño or teléfono, I might have been able to assist him. But he said telephone. There were no gender-specific suffixes. I am confused. I shall ask him what. So, okay, really, I wasn't annoyed. This is just stuff that occurred to me later. I did what anyone would do. I put on my Spanish-speaking voice, and I replied in kind. I said, "Pardon me, do you have a telephone?" ¿Qué? Lo siento, ¿tienes un teléfono? Ah, sí, aquí. Muchas gracias. Y por favor, quiero un hamburguesa con queso y un papas fritas grande. Me amo este dibujo, muchas gracias.